Hey everybody, welcome to MP Dano's Garage. Today I'm just going to go ahead and do a unboxing, basically a full review of my first e-bike, and we'll see how it goes. Here's the unboxing portion of this video. Anyways, so what I bought here is a Mokwheel. Model number is the Upland Plus, and it's green. Ordered a couple days ago. Actually, got it yesterday, and good old FedEx. We looked at it, a little bit of scratch on that bracket there, but we'll see once we open it all up how it's actually doing. Box is pretty huge and weighs a bit. I'm going to say probably over 80 pounds. Had to kind of drag it out here, and as you can see, I haven't even opened it yet. Let's go ahead and see what's inside. Well, at a quick glance, you can see everything seems to be packaged up pretty well. Bunch of boxes full of parts, seat fender, more parts, stem, forks. I actually ordered another battery as well. Kind of pricey, I guess, but well, you never know. I might actually like to ride this longer than the actual capacity what it is, but the battery is like $499, but oh well, is what it is. As a reminder, I'm not sponsored by Mokwheel at all. I bought this actually as a personal. Been doing a lot of research for quite a while, and I actually like the way this looked, and I like the top loading battery as well. So we'll see how it goes on the assembly. So ended up cutting the two sides. Tried to lift it out of the box, but oh man, this thing is really tightly packed and quite heavy. Anyways, two slits on the box, and oh, there she is. And let's see what we got inside these boxes. I bet this is the battery. Yes, it's heavy. Yep. There's the battery. Here she is. And what's in this box? Pretty hardware. Yep. Oh, look at that. Tools. Cool. Look at that. Pump. Collector. Inches. Hardware. Oh, it looks like that's the actual charger. The pedals. Cool. Alright, let's get on to the assembly portion of it and see how this goes. Look at that color. It's pretty rad. Okay guys, let's go ahead and start by taking all these zip ties off. Going to use these clippers, and then we start assembling one of these Loctite, basically everything. Any kind of bolts, trust me. I've been doing like ATVs, scooters, cars. I've been working on those, and you just don't want anything getting loose, or especially a front wheel falling off, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so basically what I did is see these two screws here, 1, 2, 3, loosen those up, and was able to kind of flip that around so I can get the handlebars on. Loosen these 4, and then put the handlebars. Okay, here's the part where I'm talking about. So these are well, there's 3 here. I already got 1 kind of in the stem right now, just to hold the handlebars in place, and I'll back it out. Well, it'd be good if I actually had some Loctite. Be right back. Okay, here you go, blue Loctite. There you go. It's a little cold out, but that's all you need, just a little drop. There. There you go. And what I did too is I loosened those 2 screws to kind of, so I can move this display around to kind of get out of the way of those bolt holes. 2 more to go, and then add Loctite to that one. Okay, had some others, but here, use the blue stuff. No need to use the red stuff if you ever want to get these things back off. Oh my god. Another cool feature here is it actually has, I guess that's degrees. There's some numbers there. There's actually a line, a circle, so you can kind of get it centered. Since it's hard to see the threads that actually the clamp bolts onto. So another cool feature. And let's get it flipped upside down and get that front wheel on. Okay, before I flip this guy over, I'm going to remove these 2 screws, put some Loctite on them, and then we'll flip it over, get that front wheel on. Okay, got it flipped over. Looks like we just removed this bracket, this bolt here. It's not really the axle. The axle's actually on there, on the front wheel already. Let's remove that. Get that wheel on. Get the pedals on. And then we can flip it back over. So it came with a couple wrenches. We'll see if we can use these. If not, well, not wrenches. So 15 millimeter. So real quickly, this is our front brake caliper. You can see the brake pads there. You just want to slip our brake rotor right in between there as you're dropping it into the actual forks. Just like that. What I like to do is just put just a dot of Loctite right. So it has a lock nut, a couple washers. There's two sides to it. One is serrated and then just flat. So you want this serrated against the bolt. Next, let's go ahead and get the pedals. There you go. This totally reminded me of my BMX days. Anyways, they're marked there. We've got an R for right, L for left. So, right is always going to be right where your chain ring is, or your chain. This fork. I mean this this crank right here. Again, same thing, Loctite. $15mm. So just as a reminder that the left pedal or crank is actually a reverse thread. So you're reversing it tidy counterclockwise. It's all done. Let's flip her back over. Yeah, she's a monster looking thing. Look at these tires. Well, not much more to go here. I guess we gotta get the front fender. Got some other, I don't even know if I'm gonna put those reflectors on. I hate reflectors. Actually don't even like that decal. But anyways, let's get to it. Start taking off some more stuff. Or actually the protective padding, and start tightening some other stuff down too as well. Let's get through that. A couple more zip ties here, protecting the frame. Okay, got our battery here. You can see the pins are right here on this side. This is your locking. And, well, because I haven't read instructions yet. I'm not sure what this is. It's just a protective, just for the glass here. So, I'll just clip it in there just to kind of get it complete. Also, just to kind of show you how this seat adjusts, so it's just a clip here, a lever, where it actually squeezes this clamp, and you can, once it's loose, you can go up and down however you want. I'm short, so I'm gonna bring it all the way down. Kind of get it squared up to the frame. Adjust this bolt or nut on this side for the tension, and it's a little bit too tight. Oops. Let's back it off a little bit. There you go. It's a lot easier to do it. My right hand, actually. Okay, there you go. So that's all there. Let's get the front fender on the bike. Okay, so the front fender is held by this center bracket here, and then you have this bracket is actually held by these two small bolts right there. Let's get to that. And again, let's make sure we use Loctite. Okay, this is way. I actually gotta look at instructions. I'm not sure. It's supposed to be in the front, back. I don't know. Let me look at the instructions real fast. Okay, guys. Yeah, I have it right. So the long part of the fender goes to the back. So let's get that done. Okay, of course me not reading instructions, but we're gonna just wing this. So the headlight, I'm assuming, goes to the back, like so. And then the front of the fender bracket goes like so. So we'll go ahead and just bolt it up that way. See what happens. Okay. There you go. Didn't add any washers because that's serrated in the back, and that actually locks it in, and you don't really need a 10mm to hold that nut in place when you tighten down that bolt. I usually like to use my own like washers, and because you can see like when I tighten it down, that kind of bent in, but yeah, it's gonna hold. Not only that, it's got Loctite, so it's not gonna come out. Let's continue. What else can we do here? Pretty neat features. They have a, definitely want to oil this. This is dry, so I have this nice cover here to kind of protect the frame if that chain should slap against that. Cool stuff. Shimano tourney. Some pretty quality parts. I remember back in the day, you know, the Shimano stuff was always really good. Gosh, I still can't get over how wide these wheels are. Anyways. So yeah, really what's left is just to kind of like size it up, kind of make sure that let's make sure this doesn't fall. Okay. Make sure that this is actually straight, you know, to the wheel, handlebars, and then adjust this handlebars to make sure it's comfortable for me when riding. Let's get to doing that. Gosh. So anyways, it was pretty sweet. Actually looks really durable. Aluminum frame. Look at those big fat welds. Yeah, and if you've never seen one of these things, that's my hand. That's a beefy frame. So I'm assuming this is for some kind of a front basket maybe, which I don't have. I already got this rack and I can use that. I don't think I need a front rack. Anyways, looks pretty good. Let's do some more assembly. So what else I got in this box? So I got this. You know to mount that. More hardware. Well, it's maybe for the reflectors, which I'm not putting on. And then maybe I do need to read the instructions. All this extra hardware we got here. Maybe just spares? I don't know. Okay, next adjustment here. So I already went ahead and tightened these. I got the stem lined up with the wheel, and also I got the bars, you know, at an angle to where I want it. So you're going to want to tighten this as well, because that's also going to bring it down or up as far as the handlebar height. So let's go ahead and tighten this guy down. Okay, that's not going anywhere. And then we'll go ahead and tighten these, and then tighten these two that's holding the screen on, and we'll boot it up. You guys can kind of see what I'm doing here. tightened up the clamps for the display, and this is plastic, so you don't need to crank it, just get it a little past snug, and it's not going to go anywhere. It's actually on there pretty well. Okay, on to the next thing, which I don't know. Looks like it's there. I'm not sure if that battery is fully charged, and the instruction probably says to fully charge it, so I think I'll go ahead and plug that in now. Get this thing charged. I actually have a spare battery, so that I bought with it, for just in case. Anyways, let me get this thing charged up, and then we'll take it for a test run. Okay, another thing I found is that this thing, part of the grip, was loose, so you're gonna need to tighten these guys down here. They're loose. This side is not. So, because I already tested this out, and this actually fits nicely when you put your hand over it when you're riding. So you want to adjust that to whatever angle you want it at. And I'm just going to go ahead and match this side to this. Okay guys, came inside the house. I'm going to unbox this charger, remove the battery. It's right there. Let's see what we got here. User manual, don't need it. Here's the bar brick, and the adapter. Alright, so let's get this plugged in. Okay, plugs in like so, green light. Here's the plug-in. So where does it plug in on this guy? Oh, right there. Okay, on the side. Let's check it out. There's actually a button here, and I noticed that when you push it, it turns blue. I'm not sure what that means. Let's plug it in. Well, the adapter's showing red, so I guess it's not fully charged when you get it. Let's go ahead and let that sit for a little bit. And, well, maybe that'll turn blue. I'll look at the manual as well, and that's probably what it is. Be right back. So I started looking at the manual. Really says nothing about that red light there. So we're just going to let it sit until maybe that changes color, and then get right back to you. So here's another thing I wanted to check while letting that thing get charged, is that you can see the height and all that stuff. This just seems a little tall, especially when it's supposed to be for some of you 5'3" to 6 foot something. I'm 5'8", and I really got to like climb over that thing. So I'm going to check, looks like number, let's see, 7 to that top tube. It says 31 inches. So let's check that with a measuring. Let's see, so to that top tube to the ground is about 30. Maybe 29 3/4. Let's see. Yeah, so that's what it says. So I don't know. I guess I gotta get it off the kickstand and, you know, lean it over a little bit and kind of straddle it and see how it works out. But yeah, just waiting for the battery charge, and then we'll boot up the screen display and take her for a spin. So I was going to move the bike, and I hooked up the kickstand and noticed those two bolts are loose. You can kind of see here how the kickstand kind of wobbles. So it's another thing you got to make sure that's tight, and of course Loctite. Okay, another safety check here. So you can see here the tire says max inflate to 20 pounds. Let's see, straight from the factory or out of the box, let's see what it actually measures out. Not that it matters, but we just want to make sure that we at least get it to the right, which is like 10. We'll go ahead and get it to the right PSI, and then look for that battery to charge again. And okay guys, got to looking at the manual again, and it was more in the middle of the book where it actually does show that. It's like 5 to 6 hour charging time, and making sure that the charger has a red LED, means it's charging. So you get a green light when it's fully charged. So we'll go ahead and wait for that to turn green, then put the battery in and start going through the ride. Okay guys, I'm going to go ahead and finish up this review on my Mokwheel e-bike and check out where I'm at. Here, go ahead and turn. Beautiful. This is out at Ocotillo Wells. We're at the Blue Inn RV spot, and here's my Mokwheel. From where I left off, I haven't done anything to it except assemble it, and now I just need to get that chain oiled, and then the boot up of the display, and then a test ride. Be right back. So I'm going to go ahead and try this product out here, Finish Line Ceramic. It's a chain lube, wet, that I got off. Okay, so first thing I did is just put a rag down here just to kind of catch any kind of drop, but here's the stuff here. It's kind of whitish in color. But from what I heard in the reviews, it works pretty well. From back in my BMX days, we used to use a product called like Bullshot or something like that. It was red. Worked really good on chains when I used to race BMX. Don't even know if that company's still around, but you know, that's before ceramic and all that stuff. So we'll see how this goes. Slowly but surely, get this going. Bike's a little dusty. Well, we're out in the desert. It's been sitting outside all night, but looks pretty good regardless. So we want to get the full length of the chain, all nice and lubed up. Make sure you get each one. There it goes. I'd say that's nice and lubed up. You can see it's kind of a weird color chain, just totally silver. Almost looks like it's painted. Nah, I don't know, Chinese stuff. Anyways, so here we go. I had plugged in this battery charged it all up. It's quite a while ago, a few days ago. But let's see what happens. Let's boot this guy up. So, according to instructions that I read a few days ago, you push this M. There you go. Boot it up. I gotta mess with all these settings. Have no idea what all this does. That's 4 past 5. Horn. The light over here. Let's see what that looks like. Oh yeah. Pretty much just on off. Let's see the tail light. Oh yeah, look at that. Kind of cool, like a V. Let's see here. So yeah, really the next thing is just to let's give this thing a test ride. Okay guys, it's got a little windy, so the camera might be shaking just a little bit. So the next thing I wanted to kind of show is that how Mokwheel does say that the range is 5'3" to I think 6.4. I'm 5.8 or 5 foot 8 inches, and my inseam is right on the top tube, and I'm not flat-footed, so it's kind of, will a 5'3" person be able to straddle this without issue? I don't know. Honestly, I don't think so, but you know, I just want to show you, like I said, I'm 5'8", and just me getting on the bike and straddle it, show you the size. So you can see here, just me standing right in front of it. It's pretty tall. I don't think I can kick my leg over that, but anyways. Here's my inseam. I'm literally straddling it right now. You can see my feet. Yeah, I can't even flat foot, almost, but now I'm kind of crunching stuff that shouldn't be crunched. Anyways, wanted to show that to you, let you know the sizing of this. So if you're shorter than 5'8", maybe you got longer legs or whatever like that, it might work for you, but it's pretty tall. It's a big bike. Okay guys, well, let's boot it up, give it a ride, see how it goes. Let's try to go. Woo, shit. Look at that. 3, 4. Dang, one-handed, so yeah. If I'm gonna do this, I'm doing this without my soft one in my hand.
Oh shit. Dang. Pedal assist. Alright guys, let's try to give this thing a little rip out here.
Okay, everyone, it's our last day at the desert camping trip, and we put 27 miles on this e-bike, and I gotta say, everybody loves it actually. And the size, yeah, being it's a little bit tall versus what the specs say. It's easy to get in and out. I mean, once you get used to it. So one thing I did want to mention is that you can see, okay, look on the front brake. Right there, center of your screen, you can see a cotter pin, and that holds the brake pads in. Well, here's what happened to mine. Mine actually just fell out. Well, being in the desert, I had to like come up with MacGyver or something to hold those pads, and I was wondering why my rear brakes just stopped working, no matter how much I adjusted it. And that's it right there. So that's another thing to look out for. Also, these tires. Well, I know I'm out in the desert, and we did pick up some thorns, and when I went to repair it, literally had like 5 repairs, holes in here. What I also noticed is that these tires, albeit I know they're Chinese, well, they're very thin. I don't know if all these fat tire, balloon tires, but I doubt it, are that thin. That's one thing to watch out for. I might replace these at some point with some thicker ones. Right now, I just kind of between the tire and the tube, I put a layer of Gorilla Tape just to give it a little bit more thickness, and hopefully the thorn doesn't actually puncture through. We rode this last night, and everything went well. So that's it for today. I'm going to finish this off when we get back home. See you in a little bit. Okay, guys, just got back from camping. Awesome camping, 3 nights. Northern Ocotillo Wells. Just got back a couple days ago. Now I'm gonna have a chance to actually get this sorted. So I did get, guess what? Another flat. This is on the front this time. The rear, did some desert patching. Just happened to bring a patch kit with me, and that's holding up just fine. So let's get to changing this out. I actually bought a more heavier duty, supposedly self-healing inner tube for these fat tires. Let's get to it. Okay, that was a 15 millimeter. Just to remove the nuts. All right, guys. So here you can kind of see, these are the culprits right here. These guys all over the desert. Not the fault of the tire. Well, like I said earlier, tires are pretty, there's another one. They're pretty thin. Look at that. And then once we get done with all these that we can actually see from the outside, we'll check the inside of the actual tire. Okay. So here's what I'm talking about. Like inside, you want to kind of rub your hand all the way through it and get all those thorns out. As I've put in one of my other clips, since I put a heavy duty one on the front wheel, I'm not going to need to put that protective tape. I actually put Gorilla tape on the rear one, just because that tube is, well, it's a standard tube. They're all thin, but it doesn't help that the tire is also super thin. Let's see. Okay, looks all clear. So this is the size here, 26 by 4. It's just a thicker, heavier duty tube. Got this on Amazon, and I'll put the link. Anything that I add here, whatever, I'll put a link in the description. So yeah, as you can see here, it's good 26 by 4 to 4.5, and this is a 26 by 4 tire. So first step, we want to make sure that we put a little bit of air on the tube just to kind of give it some shape. This is also another air inflator that I bought off Amazon. Again, I'll put the link. This is it right here. Dregin. I think there's the model number. CZK3679. And it's a 200 mAh. Actually, I like this a lot because you just set how much air PSI you want, and then it shuts off by itself. Cool stuff. But again, we're just putting a little bit of air just to get that tube to have some shape. So, not that it really matters where you put the stem, but I like to put it like right where the PSI is, so that way I know when if I got to put air in it, I know the pressure is going to be right here. Just got to look where the stem is, and then there's the number. So it looks like this tire is directional. Here's your arrow. So we want those arrows pointing forward, just kind of matching with the other bike, the other rear tire, the direction it's spinning. So it looks like it's if I match the rear one, it's going to be just like this, and then like this. So you just gotta pull it on back onto the rim. Try to do this without using tools, because you don't want to pinch anything or tear the rubber on the tire, and then it won't seat or it'll leak, blah blah blah. But if you have to, I actually put electrical tape on my screwdrivers, so you can see it's going on pretty easy. So no tools. Okay, what we want to do too is make sure that this stem is nice and straight before we start airing it up. It's sitting straight there. So tire says 20 pounds. We'll just throw 20 pounds in. You can adjust it, whatever terrain you're in. Obviously, when you're doing rocky stuff, you want to lower that. Although it's going to be really hard to ride. So look what I was showing here. So here you can actually adjust it. Let's see where we're at now. 30. So we want to go down. Just bring it to 20. Boom. So while this is airing up, you want to make sure that it's seated. And I'll stop it probably maybe around 10 to make sure. Now you can see the stem was a little bit crooked. As it airs up, the tire starts to move and tube. So I'll just stop right there. It's like 7 pounds. Just want to make sure that the bead is on the right. You can even tell if you just spin it. You can see if it hops or whatever and adjust the tire. Yeah, looks pretty good. Let's put the rest there. right, looks good. Let's get you over here. Let's put this bad boy back on. Looks good. Well, there she is, back to riding condition. So, okay, let's finish this review off. Besides all the little imperfections, I guess, in quality, um, and it's basically stuff that was put together at the factory. Um, you have to check for, and I named it off. Actually, the little pin that holds the rear pads on just fell out, and that's a cotter pin. I mean, I didn't notice it, and really all a cotter pin is just bend the other side, and it should never come off. But somehow it wasn't bent enough or whatever. I did take it out on the dirt, pretty rough out there in the desert, and it held up quite well. And I'm pretty new to using the GoPro and the chest strap, and I might not have gotten the actual speed, how fast this thing was going, but I got it to like 28, 29 miles per hour off road, and that's not smooth at all. So this thing does what it's supposed to do. Only thing, it's a little taller than I when I saw the specs and everything. But you know, for me being 5'8" and my inseam just being right on the top tube, it's not too bad for me. And my wife is 5'2", 5'3", and she rode it just fine. But just like me, kind of had to angle the bike down just to get on it initially. But she rode it, she liked it. My son's taller than me, he loved it. Um, this thing's got power. Battery lasts quite well. I'm going to say I didn't ride the full 60 miles plus, but the average, and that was me using the throttle all the time, at about, I would say 60 plus is about right. I did buy a spare battery. Did I need it? Probably not. I don't ever go on long rides anyways. That's something to consider. I mean, if you're a long range rider, yeah, be nice. Throw it on the rear rack and the spare battery and go to town. Like I said, everything else pretty much held up quite well. I like the looks. I like the quality seems to be pretty good. Just little things that you just have to, lock tight or go over. Tires, yeah, they're kind of thin. And Tubes, well, standard tube. You know, you get a thorn, it's going to happen. So anyways, like I said, I will put the link on Amazon for the heavy duty tube I put in there for the front. And since my riding is not in the desert all the time, it was just kind of like I was having to go camping. So I brought the bike with me, and to start the review, and well, it held up. Didn't clean it off. Still got desert dust all over it. But everything held together. Shifts great. If you need to be doing some shifting, should be expected with Shimano derailleurs. Really smooth, actually. Haven't bought a bike in a long time, and so I'm sure everything just got better. Because being a former BMXer, well, we didn't have gears, but I do have a Cannondale, where pretty high priced one that I bought close to over 20 years ago, and this is way smoother. So obviously things just get better with age. Not age, but technology just get better, and design and stuff like that. So would I recommend this bike? Absolutely. Runs great. Very little minor issues. Things that can be done, and stuff I pointed out that you can also be aware of, or you can address it right away, and go out there and have fun. So if you like my video, please subscribe, like it, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a great day. Also forgot to add, don't forget to ask your questions. If you got any questions, or I'll try to answer them over there in the comment section, and we'll see what I come up with. I only have literally a few days on this, but so far so good. All right, see you on the next video.